Hi friends, good morning. Welcome to you all to my YouTube channel. SJES College of Management Studies is one of the premier institution has come up with an unique initiative to engage the students community at this medical emergency caused by COVID-19. We have a social responsibility and would like to connect academically with the students to make them to learn on continuous basis at this critical national lockdown. At this juncture, I am Professor KGT Simha, HOD Department of MBA, is posting a video series on human capital management. Please watch till the end and share your valuable feedback to my YouTube channel. Thank you. So dear friends, today we are going to learn after completing this module, we are going to understand nature of job analysis, job design, job evaluation, human resource planning, demand forecasting, HR supply forecasting, need for and factors influencing HRP, career planning, promotion, transfer, demotion and separation, employee hiring, nature of recruitment, sources of recruitment, both internal and external, employee selection, process of employee selection, new recruitment practices with the help of new advanced job portals, employee reference, campus recruitment, etc. So let's move on to the concept understanding the job analysis. So dear students, let's take up the definition given by Filippo. Job analysis is the process of identifying and studying and collecting information relating to the operations and responsibilities of a specific job. Job analysis is the external process of identifying the content of a job in terms of activities involved and attributes needed to perform the work and identifies the major requirements. In other words, job analysis is the procedure for determining the duties and skill requirements of a job and the kind of person who would be hired for it. The process of job analysis results in two sets of data. One is job description and job specification. Job description is a list of jobs, duties, responsibilities, reporting relationship, working environment, and supervisory responsibilities, etc. Job specification is a list of jobs, human requirements, that is, requisite education, skills, personality, and so on. Dear friends, now let's move on to the understanding the process and steps involved in the job analysis. Job analysis has basically 5 steps. Number one, collection of accurate material on the jobs, preparing a draft, identifying and organizing of job specification, preparation of detailed report, finally approval. Now let's understand these steps of job analysis in detail. Collection of specific realistic material on the job. So why collecting realistic materials or data on jobs So we have various methods. Number one, questionnaire, narrative descriptions, observations, and interviews. Then the information collected relating to the job constitute information on physical environment. It includes dimensions like temperature, noise, dirt, comfort, and dangers, etc. Information on social environment, teamwork, individual work, whether the work has to be taken up individually or group, dual work, etc. Information on financial conditions, it includes wages to be given, bonus, incentives, schemes, or fringe benefits which must be given to a particular job, etc. And information on physical demands, muscular energy, number of hours to be worked, travel, etc. Information on intellectual demands, it includes university, technical degrees or non-technical degrees, problem solving abilities of a person to be employed, etc. Information on skills, experience, and personality factors required on the job. So this is the first step. Second step is preparing a draft. Preparing a draft includes putting all the collected data in a meaningful format. To prepare an outline of the contents of jobs. It is a statement showing the details of activities involved in job. Drafting of information act as a source of reference for the future purpose. It includes recruitment, selection, placement, etc. Third step, identifying and organizing of job specification. Attempts are made to identify and specify the job. As you know that job specification is the minimum acceptable qualities required to a person in the job. Key skills required to perform a job is the key prerequisites taken into consideration while preparing job specification. Fourth step is to prepare a detailed report. A detailed report of job specification details are prepared to present before the approval committee. It is then recorrected on the basis of suitable suggestions and advices to make it more meaningful and informative. The corrected report is then put on for final approval to take an action. Finally, approval. After the final approval by the committee, the report has to be sent to the various departments to put into action. Now, let's understand in detail about the job description. Job description is a written record of the duties, responsibilities, and requirements of a particular job. It is concerned with the job itself and not with the work. It is a statement describing the job in such terms as its title, location, duties, working condition, and hazards. In other words, it tells us what is to be done and how the work has to be taken up and why the work or the job has to be undertaken. So therefore, it is a standard of functions. In that, it defines the appropriate and authorized content of a job. Job description contains the following: job identification, job summary, job duties, relation to other jobs, supervision, working condition. So let's understand what does job description contain in detail. Job identification, which involves which includes the job title, alteration, alternative title, department, division, plant, and code number of the job. The job title identifies and designates the job properly. Job summary. Job summary serves two important purposes. First, it provides a short definition which is useful as additional identification information when a job title is not adequate. Second, it serves as a summary to orient the reader. Job duties. It gives a comprehensive listing and the duties together with some indication of the frequency of occurrence of time devoted to each major duty. It is regarded as the heart of the job. Relation to other jobs. This helps us to locate the job in the organization by indicating the job immediately below or above it in the job hierarchy. It also gives us an idea of the vertical relationship of workflow and procedures. Supervision. Under this, it is given the number of persons to be supervised along with their job titles and the content of supervision involved general, intermediate, or close supervision. Working condition usually give us information about the environment in which a job holder must work. Job specification. Job specification states the minimum acceptable qualifications that the person, that the employee, that the incumbent must possess to perform the job successfully. Based on the information required through job analysis, job specification identifies the knowledge, skill, and abilities needed to do the job effectively, efficiently. So, therefore, let's understand one of the definition given by the management expert Dale Yoder. According to him, job specification as such, a summary properly described, is thus a specified job description emphasizing personal requirement and designed especially to facilitate selection and placement. What does job specification include? Physical characteristics, psychological characteristics, mental characteristics, and personal characteristics. Job specification includes physical characteristics, which include health, stance, age, height, weight, vision, voice, eye, hand and foot coordination, and color discrimination, etc. Psychological and social characteristics, which includes emotional stability of a person, flexibility, decision making ability, analytical view, mental ability, pleasing manners, initiative, conversational abilities, etc. All these come under the psychological and social characteristics. Mental characteristics such as general intelligence of a person, memory, judgment, ability of a person to concentrate on work, foresight, etc. Personal characteristics such as sex, education, family background, job experience, hobbies, extracurricular activities, etc. So job analysis has two data. One is job description and job specification. And what are the uses of job analysis? It includes organization design, organization and manpower planning, placement and orientation, training and development, safety and health, employee counseling, performance appraisal. For all these activities, job analysis is very useful. Now let's understand these uses of job analysis in detail. Now, purpose or uses of job analysis: organization and manpower planning. Job analysis is helpful in organizational planning, for it defines labor needs in concrete terms: what number of people, what number of personnel required, and coordinates the activities of the workforce and clearly divides duties and responsibilities, etc. So that is for organization to go with manpower planning. Job analysis is very essential. Requirement and selection. So this is one of the HR activities for which job analysis is helpful by indicating the specific requirements of each job. It provides a realistic basis for hiring, training, placement, transfer, promotion of the people in the organization, etc. Wage and salary administration. In this area also we require the job analysis. Job analysis helps to chalk out the strategy with regard to the salary and wages by indicating the qualifications required for doing specified jobs and the risks and hazards involved in the performance of the job. It helps in salary administration, and job analysis is used as a foundation for job evaluation. Job re-engineering. Job analysis provides the information for us which guides us to change a job in order to permit their being managed by personnel with specific characteristics, qualifications, skills, etc. Employee training and management development. Job analysis provides the necessary information for the management to chalk out the strategy, how to give the training, what strategy to be used in order to develop the programs of training and development. Performance appraisal, again, job analysis which helps to establish clear cut standards for which employee has to be performed. So performance appraisal is nothing but assessing of a person's performance, so which may be compared with that of the actual performance of an employee with that of the standards that has been set very clearly by the management. Okay, so that's why in assessing of a person, how he works, how he performs, job analysis is useful. Health and safety. It provides an opportunity for identifying hazardous conditions and unhealthy environmental factors so that corrective measures may be taken to minimize and avoid possible accidents. So for these reasons, job analysis is very useful and it is essential. Now let's move on to another concept, methods of job analysis. There are four methods suggested to proceed towards analyzing the job. Number one, personal observation. The materials and equipments used, the working conditions and probable hazards, and an understanding of what the work involves are the facts which should be known by an analyst. Sending out questionnaires, properly drafted questionnaires should be sent to job holders. After completion, that has to be collected and it has to be recorded. Maintenance of long records. Employee maintains a daily record of duties he performs or she performs, making the time at which each task has to be completed, when it has to be started, when it should be finished, etc. Critical incidents. In this method, job holders are asked to describe the incidents concerning the job on the basis of their past experience. The incidents so collected are analyzed and classified according to the job areas they describe. Personal interview. Personal interview is also another method. It may be held by analyst with all the employees and answers collected. Relevant questions are put and answers collected from them, and those data must be recorded. But this method is time consuming and costly. Technical conference method. So this method utilizes the supervisors with extensive knowledge of the job. He or she, as a supervisor, he must be knowing the technicality of the job. Here, specific characteristics of a job are obtained from the experts, especially the supervisors who are having expertise in that particular field. Functional job analysis. Functional job analysis is employee oriented analytical approach of the job analysis. Directly we collect the information on the foreman from the foreman. So this approach attempts to describe the whole person on the job. So now let's go on to understanding some of the very important concepts like job design. According to John Werner and D. Simon, job design is the development and alteration of the component of a job, such as tasks one performs and the scope of one's responsibilities. So these things must be altered as and when required to improve the productivity and the quality of the work work life. And what are the methods and techniques which are used in job design? As we understood, job design is nothing but development and make some alterations in the components of a job. So in order to improve the productivity and quality of a human life, quality of the employees. Various methods involved in job design and redesign. Number one, job simplification. In job simplification, the complete job is broken down into small subparts. So this is done so that employee can do these jobs without much specialized training. For job specification, generally time and motion studies are used. Job rotation. Another important technique designed to enhance the employee motivation is job rotation. Especially in this, the employee is going to acquaint with the various types of tasks. Job enlargement. Another means of increasing employee satisfaction with routine job is increasing the number of tasks performed. That is increasing the scope of the job. So this is done. This is called job enlargement. Job enrichment. If the job is designed in such a manner that it becomes more interesting and challenging one for the job performer and provides him or her an opportunity for achieving recognition, responsibility, advancement, and growth on the job. The job itself becomes a source of motivation to the individual. In such a way, job has to be designed. Now let's understand the distinguish between job enrichment and job enlargement. So let's understand again the meaning of job enrichment and job enlargement. at the first. According to P. Robbins, job enrichment refers to the vertical expansion of the job. It increases the degree to which the worker controls the planning, execution, and evaluation of his or her work. Job enlargement, job enlargement, and job enrichment. So, are the two techniques in the job design in order to enhance the productivity and to get the satisfaction of the employee. Now let's understand in detail what are the differences that we could able to find in job enlargement and job enrichment. Basis, nature of job. Enlargement involves a horizontal loading, horizontal expansion or addition of tasks of the same nature. Enrichment, job enrichment involves vertical loading of tasks and responsibilities of the job holder. It improves the quality of the job in terms of intrinsic worth of the job. Purpose. The purpose of job enlargement is to reduce the monotony in performing repetitive jobs by lengthening the cycle of operation. On the other hand, the purpose of job enrichment is making the job lively, challenging one, and satisfying to the employees one who has taken up. It satisfies the higher level of needs of an employee, such as ego satisfaction, self expression, freedom, sense of achievement, and advancement of job holder. Skill requirement. Job enlargement may not necessarily require the use of additional skills which the job holder was using in performing the job. Before the enlargement, this is due to similarity of additional tasks. Enrichment calls for development and utilization of higher skills of a person, initiative capacity, and innovative part of the job holder in performing the job effectively. Finally, direction and control. Job enlargement requires direction and control from external sources, say supervisor. In fact, the job holder may require more direction and control because of enlargement of his or her abilities. Job enrichment does not require external direction and control as these comes from the job holder himself. He has capacities. So he can take up the job by himself. He requires only the feedback from his supervisors or the bosses. So with this, I am going to conclude in the next class. So we are going to discuss in detail about the job evaluation. Thank you. Have a good day.